Hey y'all, welcome in, and today's video is going to be a 2026 What's in My Tackle Bag review. And so if y'all have been around the channel for a while, y'all have seen this one in quite a bit of these What's in My Tackle Bag videos, and I've used this for years, and I've loved it. But it is a little big for the type of fishing I do, which is just pond hopping and stuff like that. Which, don't get me wrong, I will still use this bag, but now I have this loose bag, which is, y'all can tell, it's way smaller. And I can't fit as much as I could in that bag, which I don't need that much. And so this bag, I put 3,600 tackle boxes. In that one, I could fit 3,700s. And if y'all have seen the What's in My Tackle Bag 2025, I showed this one. I had just got it and hadn't had time to use it. And last summer, I used this thing pretty much all summer. And I loved it. It carried everything I needed. Let's go ahead and see what's in this one, y'all. All right, so right here on the side is where I keep my pliers. And these right here are just some Bass Pro pliers I got. These are some nice needle nose. It's always a good idea to keep some pliers with you. You never know. The fish is going to swallow it or whatever. So definitely keep you some pliers. And so now on this side, I've just got a little Bass Pro rag right here, which I used this thing last summer. And y'all know I catch a lot of fish, and so all that fish slime, so I can just wipe my hands real easy. No, but for real, it clips on right here. You just wipe your hands if you get too much fish and slime and don't want to dirty up your reel or whatever. And you can just bring this home, throw it in the washer, and clean it. That's what I have done. So this is a pretty nice little upgrade. It's not something you really need, but it is nice to have. It just hooks on right there. This bag, it has two compartments, this smaller one and this bigger one. So let's go ahead and go through this smaller one. Y'all can see I got some soft plastics in there. So what I keep in here, I keep these Bass Pro Tournament Series worms. These are the 10-inch ones. These right here became my favorite baits over the last summer because these do catch fish like crazy. And something about these Bass Pros, they have garlic in them, as y'all can see right there. And these are the red bloodline color, and I have a bunch of different ones in there. I like the reddish blacks with like the purplish June bugs. I found that's what works good for me. The next bait we have in here, we have some summer crawl bandito bugs. And the bandito bugs are definitely my favorite creature bait of all time. They work really good. It's what I've caught most of my fish on. These right here, pretty nice. Brand new pack. Definitely gonna use those this summer. Next, we have some 5-inch lunker logs, which this is pretty much an assortment. Instead of having like 5 bags of different colors, because I know I'm not going to use all of them. As y'all can see, I've got some Flamin' Hots, I've got some pearls, I've got like some, I don't even know what that one is, honestly. And then I've got some, I think, blue babies right there. Definitely stick baits are really good, but I'm not going to have like 5 different bags in here. So now we have some black and blue mock crawls, which I have been liking these mock baits. I have yet to try these, but I am looking forward to trying these. And I have some other hard baits by Mock that I need to use. Alright, so now we have some more Bass Pro. These are the squirming worms in red color. I really love the red, and the bass do too. That's what I catch most of my bass on, is red or chartreuse. But those work really good. I think it's just the bright colors catches their attention. So now we have some zoom lizards in cherry red. That's just a really cool color right there, as y'all can see. Alright, so now we have this little compartment right here. This right here is where I keep my Rapala scissors. And these right here are design fishing scissors. They have like the serrated teeth to cut braid. Cuts right through like butter. I've used these for a couple years now and I love them. Alright, so now we have some of these Goprp pinch crawlers. Night crawler imitation. As y'all can see right there. Got these sent on fan mail. Definitely gonna try these out. I know those will work really good. And the last few things I keep in this compartment, some extra hooks. Got some EWGs there. Got some smaller little circle hooks for wacky rigs. Or if I am fishing for some little bluegills. And then I got some wacky rig Guggen hooks. And the last thing for this small compartment is this little Cabela's multi-tool. Flips out to some little pliers. Can never have too many pliers when you're fishing. And on the sides there's some knives, screwdrivers, bottle openers and stuff like that. And so that's it for this front compartment. So now let's get into the big compartment. And before we get in that top compartment, this is a little one strap bag. And you can flip it to the right side or the left side. And I have found with using my chest mount, this doesn't get in the way at all of the GoPro. And so I really do like that. Now let's go ahead and open up this compartment. And so the first thing I have in this compartment is some power bait nuggets in a chartreuse color. Got these sent in on fan mail too. Love these little things for bluegills, smaller fish like that, just creek fishing in general. And so now right here we got my hook box, which this hasn't really changed since the last ones, but in case y'all haven't seen those videos, go ahead and open this up. Alright, so right here we got the hook box. So over here we have some regular just lead weights. Then we got some Bass Pro lead weights right here, 3/16 ounce, as y'all can see. And then right there we got some 1/8 ounce Guggen tungsten weights, pretty cool. Some little split shots, we got some beads, And then we got some of these bobber stoppers over here. Right here we got some weighted swim bait hooks. And right here I got a headbanger hook and some flipping hooks underneath. And then right here we got some 4-aught EWGs and some 3-aughts. 3-aughts are pretty much what all I use. Right here we got a Tokyo rig, and y'all can see a little rod right there. And then right here we got some swivels and some regular snaps. Right here we have some little octopus hooks, as y'all can see. Just some tiny ones for bluegill fishing. Right here we got some more of those. Then right here we got some fish head spins and some little jig heads. My personal favorite right here, we have some of these Guggen Eye jig heads. Pretty nice, as y'all can see, got the little curve in the hook. So that's it for the hook box. Alright, so now we have this little Ozark Trail kit, which I just got this, so I'm excited to use this. It's a 24-piece bass tackle kit. Go ahead and open that up and show y'all. Comes with some EWGs, some smaller, I think, wacky hooks. Comes with a little curly tail right there. Watermelon red, really good color. And then we got these Senkos right here in black and blue. And as y'all can see, it's like ribbed. I never have seen a Senko rib. They're usually all smooth or like tiny ribs, but nothing like that. And then we got this little creature bait, which these are all Ozark Trail brand. They feel pretty good. This is like a little green pumpkin color. 3 colors right there are really good. And I'll go ahead and show y'all. We got some EWGs. I think these are some 4-aughts. I usually stick with 3-aughts, but 4-aughts are fine too. And then we got these little weights, which they're labeled 3/5 ounce. Pretty cool right there. I didn't know Ozark Trail put the weight on their weights. And then the last thing in this little box, we got these little wacky, it's like some straight shanked hooks, as y'all can see right there. I think those are some wacky hooks. So that's all for this little box. So now we got the main box right here, which has pretty much everything in it. This is just a regular box, and I slapped my little decal on it right there, as y'all can see. It looks pretty cool on there. And so I did put this together last summer, added some stuff a few minutes ago that I'm excited to try this summer. And this right here pretty much has everything to go bass fishing. A little bit of crappie / bluegill fishing in here too. It's pretty much all you need right here. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now for this box right here, this is pretty much my little pond hopping box. Over here in the corner we have some lipless crankbaits. We got right here, we got a mock baits slack jaw, a little Ozark Trail one, a Guggen Baits clutch, and then down at the very bottom we got a rattle bot right there. So next we got my square bills, sexy shad little banger right here. We've got another mini banger right here, I'm not sure what color. And then a little KVD chartreuse and black back square bill. Alright, so now we have some poppers. This is the mock bait spraying shad, as y'all can see. And then we have the Guggen Blooper in nightclub color. Over here we have some little beetle spins of white and black. Right here we got a bobber and then some road runners down there, as y'all can see. I like to keep my 2 GoPro batteries in here. I got 2 of them. Down here I got a bunch of frogs. Got this little, I think it might be a Strike King KVD. I actually found this one not too long ago fishing. It's a little Booyah Pad Crasher. Here's a Guggen Filthy Frog in bullfrog color, and it has the Poppin' Frog. Here's another Poppin' Filthy Frog in bone color. And then here's a mini Filthy Frog in bluegill color. And so now over here we have some of my bladed baits. So right here we have a Guggen clickbait with a little fluke on the back in white and chartreuse. This is definitely my favorite skirted bait to use. And so now right here we have a Tokyo rig rigged up with a little janitor from Rapala Baits. Now we have one of these Biospawn spins with a Biospawn paddle tail on the back. Right here we got a Guggen Zinger in bluegill color with a little crack and crawl on the back. And then the last thing in this box we got a Guggen Hummer in all white with a little paddle tail saucy swimmer on the back, as y'all can see. So that's going to be it for this box. Alright, y'all, so now the last thing in this bag is something I've needed for a while. And I'm really excited about this because I never have had one. But it's right here. Got this little Cast King scale. It's a digital scale too. Alright, so here it is right here. Let me go ahead and power it on. There we go, as y'all can see, it's powered on. And then it has the little hook right there. And pull on that. There we go. And then, if you don't want to hook them like up through the gill, they got this little thing right here. You put that on it, and then you can close this so it don't like slip off, as y'all can see. And this is a little fish gripper. And so you gotta open it up like that. See the little jaws open up, and you clamp it down on the fish. And then right there you can get a good weight on the fish. And as y'all can see, it saves the weights. I don't know if y'all will be able to see that, but it saves the weights in there. And you can go and clear them and stuff, so that's really cool. A little Cast King scale. And then another cool thing about this, right here on the back, it has a little tape measure. And this has inches and centimeters on it. Y'all can see right there, that's pretty nice. Goes right back in, retractable. This right here definitely is going to come in handy because I never have had a scale to weigh my fish. I've kind of just eyeballed it and said, oh, that's a 2, oh, that's a 3, my PB's 3. But I really don't know what my PB is. So this summer we're definitely going to find out. But that's going to be a really cool upgrade to the channel. And so that's all for this bag right here. And so now I'm going to go through this bag right here because I still have a lot of good lures in here. This rod holder right here. It's a little extendable one. I used to have 2 more of these, but they just broke. It's just some little plastic and stuff. You end up forgetting them or they get broke. And so another thing that I really don't need right now, but I really do recommend for the summer, is some good bug spray. Here in Western North Carolina, the mosquitoes are terrible during the summer. So you definitely need some of this for sure. Definitely don't want to forget that. Another thing that transfers with me is this right here. It's my chest mount for my GoPro. So I'm filming all the fish catches for y'all. And so right here we got this side pocket. So on here I keep 2 bobbers. I don't use bobbers often, but it's always good to have them just in case. I keep a extra spool of line. This right here is some 17-pound Vicious. I think it's monofilament. It may be fluorocarbon. So the next thing we got in here, which these aren't looking too great, some salmon eggs. May need to get me a new jar of them. I do like using these for river fishing. And so next we got some red, white, and blue power bait dough. Make little balls with this. And so last thing we got in this little pocket, we got some of these carp dough balls. This is some strawberry. Y'all can see right there. I haven't had too much luck on these, but I always just throw them out there. Never know what you're gonna catch. All right, so next we got this other side pocket. I usually keep a water bottle or something in here, and it's a little mesh. But for this side pocket right here, I got some extra little pliers, just some curved ones. And then I like keeping these snips in here, because in case you have to cut the hook, because sometimes it gets stuck in the bass's mouth, and so you got to cut the barb off to be able to run it back through. I have had that happen a couple times, so I definitely do like keeping these in there just to snip the hook. And so next we got some gloves in here. I'll never really use gloves, but I mean, just throw them in there. And y'all will see why I got these right here in just a minute. I got this little front mesh, which there ain't nothing in there right now. I maybe slip some soft plastics in there if I need to. So now let's jump into this pocket right here. Alright, so for this pocket right here, it's got this little black bag, which just kind of goes hand in hand with those gloves I showed y'all. And so this right here is a magnet fishing kit. And this little bag comes with some gloves too. I don't know what the magnet's rated to. Got this long rope on it. The little clip. And so I haven't really had time to use this or had a place to use it since the hurricane and everything kind of ruined a bunch of my ponds. So I haven't had anywhere to go fish with it, and then the rivers are kind of just nasty. I haven't wanted to get down there. But definitely this summer I do want to try to get something, because you never know what you're going to find when you throw a magnet in there. So definitely stay tuned for videos like that. And so now we got this little kit right here, which just has a front and a back to it. And so right here in the front, we have a bunch of trout magnets, whole assortment of colors, as y'all can see. And so now here for the back side, we got some bigger worms, some grubs, and some little tubes, which I never have been that big of a tube fan, but I got them in there because why not? So now for this box right here, it's another custom one with my decal on it. And this right here has a bunch of catfish lures, and then some crappie and bluegill lures too, kind of a little assortment. So let's go ahead and open this one up. So right here I keep some assorted catfish hooks from Circle Hooks, as y'all can see like that. And then right here we have some smaller ones. We have some of these little dip bait hooks with the sponges. Got a catfish bail and then this bobber right here. Then we got some egg sinkers and some regular bullet weights. Got some little beads and some 3-way swivels and regular swivels. And then I also make this my little crappie fishing kit / bluegill. So we have a bunch of beetle spins in here, a bunch of different assorted colors. Right here we have some of these little curly tail grubs with jig heads. There's another curly tail, a few more right there as y'all can see. Got some jig heads for them. And then it's these little fluke style baits I'll go ahead and show y'all. Pretty cool. Y'all can see how small it is compared to my hand. And then we have another color of them right there. Right here we have 2 different colors of these hair jigs. I do like those, but over here we have some Crappie Max little squirming squirts. This is in a glow-in-the-dark color. Yeah, y'all can see that right there, they glow in the dark. And then we got some little tiny hooks right here. So y'all can see some South Bend hooks. And then we got some more of these dip bait hooks. And that's right there what I use, the Primo. Works pretty good with them. And then we got some Team Catfish circle hooks, as y'all can see. Then we have some Gamakatsu 4/0 circle hooks in red. And then we got 2 leaders in there, and that's all for that box right there. All right, so now for the last pocket back here, this big one. I don't have too much back here. It's kind of like the same as the front. It has 2 mesh pockets. And this one, I keep a little first aid kit. You never know if you're gonna get caught by a hook or something. So definitely have one of those. And so now, probably my favorite box, which is Guggen Deep Casket Bass Mafia collab. And this has a bunch of bass lures in it. This is what I used to carry all the time, which is kind of a little bit overkill now that I think about it. And some of the lures that were in that box in the lose bag came from here. Let's go ahead and get this opened up. And also, here are some of the other lures I'm going to be adding into the little box or this big one right here. So we got this Strike King perch right here. As y'all can see, it's one of the popping frogs, but it's a perch. And then we got a Guggen clickbait in all white. And then we got a mock workbait, which is just a jerk bait. And then we got this little square bill, the mock bouncer. Cool crawfish color, as y'all can see. So I will be adding those throughout the summer. And before we get any further in this video, only 49.5% of y'all are actually subscribed that watch these videos. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's jump back in this video. Alright y'all, so let's go ahead and open up this box. So the first thing we have up here in this corner are some Guggen clutches. This is my lipless corner. So we got this blue and chrome. And we got this mini clutch in sexy shad color. Now for over here we have some square bills. We have this Guggen Recon in native shad color. Y'all can see it has like a purple tint to it. It's pretty cool. 3 to 6 foot. Alright, so next we got this Guggen Banger in chartreuse and black back. This one's a 2 to 5 foot. Next we got a flat banger in Cosmo shad color. It's a really cool color. This is a 3 to 6 foot. Next we have another flat banger, 3 to 6 foot, as y'all can see, and this is in a blue with some chartreuse on it. Next we have one of these hand painted square bills. I forget the name brand, but they are hand painted. As y'all can see, that's a really cool one. So next over here we have some swim baits and jerk baits. Alright, so first one right here is the Junior Contender in a native shad color. And so now we have this Mike Buka Bullgill in bluegill color. It's a pretty cool just jointed swim bait with like a fan tail, as y'all can see. So now we got a Junior Scout right here in a gold minnow color. And then we got another Junior Scout in bone color. And these go 3 to 5 feet, as y'all can see. And then we have another Junior Scout in sexy shad color. And then we have a regular Scout, which this one has 3 hooks. And it goes 4 to 6 feet. And this is in like a tiger shad color. And so next right here we have some top waters. And so first we have the Guggen Revolver in nightclub color. You can see that little propeller spins right there. And then we have this Weston double propellers, y'all can see in this random color. And we have a Guggen Hound right here, and this is in a bluegill color. It has a little popper. And then we have this random whopper popper. I'm not sure the brand on it. As y'all can see, it's kind of like a chrome with some rainbowish looking with a black back. And then we have this Excite Baits Bone Spook. As y'all can see right there, Excite Baits. It's a pretty nice little spook. In the last topwater bait, we have this Bass Pro Spook right here. It's in a sexy shad color with some cool little glitter. Alright, now for this next side, we have a bone popper with a little bill on it. Pretty cool looking. It's this rat colored buzz plug. It's pretty interesting looking one. Now next we have some hollow body frogs and fish. So we got this Lunker Hunt frog, popping frog, and it has some realistic looking legs. Then we got this live target hollow body fish with the blade on the back. It's pretty cool looking. And then we got a Guggen Filthy Frog in nightclub color, one of my favorites for sure. Hollow body Lunker Hunt rat right here. It's pretty cool looking. You can see the tail on it. Gives off pretty good action. It's kind of small too. Alright, so now right here we have some skirted baits, and then over here we have some wire and blade baits. So we got this Guggen Squad click bait in a red flaming hot color with a tickle tail on the back, as y'all can see. That's one of my favorites too. The red seems to work really good around here. Now we got a flaming hot juice jig with the weight on the back of it right there. It's 3/8 ounce. Strike King Rage Crawl on the back. Now I got this all white Z-Man chatterbait with a swim bait on the back, as y'all can see. And now we got a green pumpkin gridiron jig. It's a 1/2 ounce. And then we got a little Yum Crawl on the back. Now we have another Guggen clickbait in bluegill color. And we got a Rage Crawl on the back. Now we got this black and blue screw lock jig. And now we have a sexy shad Grass Hero jig by Guggen with a paddle tail on the back. This one right here is a 1/4 ounce. Slot right here, we have this Guggen Zinger in sexy shad color. I don't have a trailer on it yet. Next we have this little Booyah spinner bait in a bumblebee color. The blade's looking a little rough on it though. Now we have an all white Strike King Little Money jig. Y'all can see right there, a little Strike King. Now we have a green pumpkin purple spinner bait. Pretty sure this is another Strike King. Now we have a Booyah buzz bait in all black with a Lake Fork minnow on the back. This is a pretty cool looking one too, has the red eye. The last thing in this box, we have this Walmart buzzbait. It's a little one, and it looks like a chartreuse but blue. So that is gonna be it for this box. And for my soft plastics, which I have a bunch of soft plastics, always getting deals at Ollie's and stuff, so I'm always picking up some. I have 2 of these Guggen Bass Mafia money bags. Alright, so it's gonna be the end of this video. If you liked it, go and give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And comment down below if y'all do want to see what rods I'll be using this year. Because over here, as y'all can see beside me, I have a bunch of rods over here. And so I definitely will make a full in-depth video of that. The gears of the reels and the specs of the rods. And if y'all want to see fishing content, magnet fishing content, definitely stay tuned for that. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Where the fun never ends. From the lures to the cameras, he's got the trends. Hooking the big one.